Sebo Meta Low
Good evening once again. Coach, could you please give us a summary of the game before we take the questions? Thank you.
Well, intense game, tough game for both teams, I guess, as I expect. Colombia start the game as we expect. We saw them start the games with full speed, a lot of intensity, passing, and we try to answer to Colombia and stop them. But unfortunately, the goal came too early for us. Was a difficult moment for us. We lost the right back. The second player when he came was not on top of the game. Took some time for us to adjust and recover from that substitution. And exactly the goal came in the moment that we tried to reset our team. And after that, we ran behind the result with the Colombian team moving the ball better in a much better, accurate way. My players, they try as much as possible. We run a lot, we try to fight a lot. But unfortunately, on the day, I think Colombia was the better team, generally speaking, and they deserve to win the qualification.
Profe, buenas noches. Juan José Mantilla, Win Sports. Estamos en vivo y en directo para Colombia. Profe, en el estudio previo usted nos decía que notó similitudes entre este equipo de Néstor Lorenzo y el equipo colombiano que usted tuvo hace unos años. Después de este partido, ¿cuáles son las principales diferencias que encuentra ahorita entre ese proceso y el actual? Muchas gracias.
The model, the strategic model that Colombia started was exactly the same as we play in Copa America. I will say that the rhythm and the intensity of the game was very high today for us. Of course, I'm almost admit and say that player number 12 play a big role. the stadium was Colombia, Colombia play home, and that support give to the Colombian team advantage and confidence since the beginning of the game. The fact that is we prepared for that, we're ready for that. We knew that they will start the way they start, and until that incident, the moment of the cross, and the way we lost the ball, the lack of covering in the second post, we are doing our job to stop the movements of Colombia and the speed of exchanging the positions. We were doing perfect until that moment. Sanaya got injury, and it took us a couple of minutes to adjust our positions on the pitch. And the goal comes from across with a bad covering inside the box. If the conditions of our defensive were normal, as it was until the substitution, until the injury, I'm absolutely convinced that that goal never happened. But that's football. There was one incident, we can do nothing, we try our best. And Colombia scored in that moment. And since that moment, in one knockout game, we have to run behind the result. And we try our best. Of course, the Colombian team retreat, start to exchange the ball. And it was more difficult for us to recover the control of the game. Second half, we improved. We created much more problems in our attacking positions, but we never be really in control of the game, and our opportunities they don't come, and I think taking consideration the risks that we took to score, and of course open the spaces for Colombia, they create more opportunities. I think at the end. We make a lot of efforts, but generally speaking, Colombia played better, was the best team on the pitch, so I think they deserve to move forward.
Coach, you have 7 players under the age of 23 on this roster. What do you hope that they learn from a match like tonight and from their World Cup experience to take into potentially another World Cup in 2030?
So, sorry, I lost the first part of the question. Yeah, the Ghana team, it's a very young team. We need more experience and special. We need time for some players to win what we call maturity. Because when you play this kind of competition in this level, you cannot only count with the enthusiasm of the youths. The enthusiasm is nice, it's okay. Bring you a lot of spontaneous things in the game, but when it is time to make crucial decisions, like for instance in the middle of the park, you control the ball with the shoulders against the opponent. It's not time to dribble, not time to give 3 touches on the ball, because when you do that in one game like this, you get caught and you lose ball. And this happens a lot of times, for instance, in the game today. Worse than facing the quality of Colombia, which is a reality. Worse for us was when we play against ourselves. That is something that is difficult to control. We can try to control the opponents with good defending, good organization, good discipline. But it's difficult to play when ourselves we play against us. Back passes that isolate the forward, lost passes in dangerous situations. And if you see the profile of 90%.
That's a Black Star, no. I don't know ever from you know there be no na sound. All right, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, chairman for my bed. And you beat me the so. And then I been 5th,
and then 6
July. Okay, and then me chairman be birthday pa. Sir, me chairman be birthday pa nyagro.
O chance your birthday.
Wo baba is out way. So do be anu ni asema na problem bi o.
Nsemo.
Wo birthday.
I need a lot.
No from when?
Say ni na o.
Me dey say na man be na ba go say.
O say.
Wadam for sister no you been say. Energy money ade o mo say nya ade a. Ana me boa.
Be kwa me mo, man be mo.
Umberando.
Chairman, let's go.
The child, the order there be a let's one come back to you.
Many birthday now let's one.
There be a sir. Do ya is. Oh ya them you try the more one. Okay. All right. Well, oh dear, no dear. All right, the child baba is a birthday by na papa maybe a chamno is like 50. Like 50. Like 50 no. Na we bua kwa makru ho ba bi o first na hwe amano akofom na circle for no o mudim tintiman
yes
tama ankasa manga boni those days when the circles were very vibrant,
yes, because
you feel their presence.
The club was performing
when the reason you feel them what take circle for unka yes as it tema solo we kwa bruchi to
Debbie.
Sana man can over social media.
Next week, Obe started with Buna Hafu.
Oh, yes, or London.
And Yanokre. Say, boss,
Baba be an only fella.
The immediate to our chairman done a new.
Oh, 28 July
100.7.
Baba wouldn't
feel away I'm the man.
Mean casa on qua. But I hear say
me free baba.
Baby everybody mean that and I'm just say my king kind reliably.
Yes.
Say by around 28 over July no. Or watch a London or Mukusia baby. Or London circle or London.
Or London.
Now if you had now any
and yes, be or call London or purposely for don't you know call.
Yes, sir, or
call London, but or qua. The Juma Dio kwa di no we are. Obeshia kotoko sam kotoko supporters ewo London. But yes, okoto
feel away the know you want come.
To Hagana there.
Birthday no
East near the day. We are no call you.
Mr. Kwabena Usu, chairman. Chairman 1, chairman chair the nyama betoto. Na we ne Manancy Herbert Junior saba pe the battle Herbert Menson. Herbert Junior yeah, ne babo ni wanyini pa na anu mishiano. Usu Augustine a free year blessing from Poma. The man na busu afonya. He's a very wonderful guy. Chema ba kan wa samacho. All right, NT Black Stars are out of the World Cup.
They are out of the World Cup.
Kasana Doso. I think that was the best they could do. No mun timenye bibi a chain the omo ye ti amunya abotre kakra. Omo ahoden you na kopem. So her ball no say the easy corner the nkrofo ye na. Enti basi no a na mamu ya behwe akwan befa so aye di. There are certain fundamentals. I'm say the biana na ye lucky. I'm say baller ye boy in England boy no. And then my hope
save it.
But the akabia ankoye. Black Stars coach is what the Jumana to. Oh no. Yeah, there is a contract. 100.7 resignation.
Yeah, me and me because me was na Juma time now so.
E bia na after World Cup no or up to the end of bia July be. On the World Cup no presumably World Cup no and at least by up to the 18th, assuming we are going to win the World Cup. Yes. And to be an uncle 1 month to be near the end or so. A year. And what church or cat and on him true.
Yes,
I love this journey with pride. I live this journey with pride in what we achieved, but also with the satisfaction of those who always wanted more. Reaching a higher level should never be the destination. It should be the beginning of even greater ambitions. The future of the Black Stars will not be built only on the pitch. Success must start off the field by creating the best possible environment to prepare, protect, and develop Ghana's extraordinary football talent. We are coaching Kasa Kasa. Last time we say actually.
Yes,
and I'm be do and come on, quiet, no so be about so much.
Yeah, I found about DB. I watch or say building from the scratch. Yes, I said no.
Now, bro,
now me person more explanation. But I'm gonna break it down. I say yeah. And I'm so yeah.
Former sports minister Neil Antevandapo has delivered a scathing assessment of the Black Stars. No. But Adebakwa, I will always disagree with him. Otuo say, the Black Stars played without a technical bench.
Oyerepa FM 100.7.
I'm quoting from Adebakwa. Did he say that? T. Also, I'm disappointed, but not surprised, because there was no preparation, no team, and no technical bench. We were playing by luck. As I'm okay, did he say that? One car made that for my question. Nilante to meet my cousin. Now my cousin did he say that? Just a minute, only mean you no. Hey, Iba Kunti. Okay. Only mean you are there, Mate. Kofanu me do birthday, Following the Black Stars elimination, GFA President Soso Akasa was his turn his focus to the future with a message of hope and reassurance for the nation. GFA President
my future no.
The president
but Ghana saying
future. How can you build a future without the base? Okay, Kevin Presbyterian also about team spirit. Any the TBR. Yakwa by the idea be when Ubia Becky can at the end of the day, omo benefit, omo akuya mom no more, and omo bekasa kasa honzo so sana be. So football, like life, teaches us teaches us one timeless lesson. You either win or you learn. Coach, no, a trouble for 10. So we will discuss all of that when we sit down later on. Javier Aguirre, Mexico manager, so that's football. They are England, a great team. We did what we could. Yeah, okay. Quarter final picture is taking shape. Yeah, Pamano. Quarter final. England versus France. Yeah, Pamano. England versus France. England, France,
yes,
Morocco
and
Norway. They've all booked quarter final places. Yes. Wonderful game from Norway.
Yes.
The
Martin of the game. On a Sander bench and Patrick bench.
A team I prepare. They are doing well.
Super.
They are doing well. England will be interesting.
The midfield battle.
The English team are so mechanical. I will be underrated. But they are playing.
I'm out for some of your tournament players.
They are playing.
Rice and Jude Bellingham performance.
Yeah.
Top.
Or Niamabram.
Come with D card on it. How is it me?
Composing on the boy.
No, at that intense level.
I think Bellingham is also having a good tournament too.
Of course.
Okay, today the marquee round of 16 matches.
Yeah.
Portugal versus Spain. What a game! What a game! Every time, Ben.
7.
What a game!
Yeah.
And then they say they do no. One said 7. Hurricanes were about 6. Hurricanes were 6. Uja for him 2 na Uzbekistan. After Uzbekistan, we never quack on.
3.
And then they won't probably in 1 or 2.
It could be possible. Say, the go schedule.
Mbappe zone enko. That's a box am titi. What's a box am titi? If you are yes, omu ye change about kunsemobu. nti yet will be major mumano.
Mbappe I don't know anything.
Oh, Mbappe dear. Mbappe dear, more the buy a Jackson 1919. On the him say, oh, okay.
On the cost serious now.
Oh, okay, Mbappe dear. Especially Mbappe in French jersey. Or show mu krum set na dia or
Mbappe is Mbappe.
No. Set me Mokana Sayana. Or Bobo ma France. The energy that I see, me who Real Madrid.
Yeah, Real Madrid came.
Me Real Madrid were about 2 seasons. Me know that though. As a me and Sankra.
Me no waje the golden boot.
Golden boot as say.
Waje goki. Ewo pichichi no.
Ewo hin. And I say Mbappe mu nye goki na de jaje o.
O ka ho ni na ka ho.
Mbappe mu de goki de ti.
Because Mbappe average man.
You don't judge Mbappe goki.
Of course that.
All the echoes of World Cup. Messi che no ahye say oni akasefo na de bosso. Na Spain one na go challenge goki. Lewandowski mu o ma bre.
Go to Yoma.
One bi na go challenge na. TV can if you as European golden ball.
Allah to deserve some praise.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Nesa so say go also on celebrate and on there. They say there was why I some too much. But oh Gabriel member go 20. Say na be challenge board ya e be nya problem. Wa bobo tournament kama. Oh no young go na wa go dey chire do second. Look, go on a measure. I was watching on a measure. I go. One yard. Oh, 1 yard. Cry. Now me book for papa.
One low point for us now over there.
Low point is saying.
Oh, so we shall hold you fans. They want to work up for the another.
Now, why we England for first goal? No, who what's now combination?
Of course.
Rice to Saka, na Saka here na.
You know that's why we bought that rice now.
But Gabriel say one rare pen number 5 for. Say no be born there because any abrafi. Okay, so Postcodes on Jude Bellingham. This is one years na mo league back. But William is playing. Bellingham. What? When it comes to his generation, is the best man for that without a doubt. He may be all born in the years. Crop, ne kase. Say yampa passe. Donald Trump be for phone. Who say omo over 10 bola guardian. And I kwa man for akwa on the free Valentino.
Oh, nyasa.
Baba nyasa sanity. And na club say
Belgian Royal Federation kwade statement about team calling say we say my favoritism.
On said the kwa say Trump no nkomo die mu no. And I say personally nas also owuram to get it over 10.
Boss no credit tablet in interest. Sanity.
To get over 10.
Almost is there something allergy and I say something that you can say
Trump no some keka.
That
I was a referee na kan bo din zemu no. And hono I personally intervene prefer president ade chance akwa no betima bobo na o man na ade no suspended.
So go be ma.
Oh. And na ama omo aye watsan but jogging club na ka say na tie dia was a game na ye dia nyo omo dia. Arsene Wenger so ohun say Martin Odegaard e bobo say that and it's very impressed.
When you call from the US and no you know. Obi say Odegaard if keeper no goalkeeper no.
Don't you penalty no.
And then Haaland one man of the match.
Haaland.
And I'm say me share ball as in near football ne. Yeah, movement inside the camera Odegaard. Because of your celebrated goals no.
Haaland.
I'll give it to the
say Adrian na dey will go when you na dey man best player. Say no my no. Okay.
What's the mass names and come.
They have Wabobia Masna. But I think last 2 seasons only had an injuries and kakra. But there's an aspect of his game I mean pay.
On shoot.
And touching.
But not touching the boy.
Because now almost touching we are no more located Haaland.
Yeah.
But do just a slow game, no, and then touches a short passes, no. Oh yeah. Oh, you need free team, but they say only Obenya competition. Oh, but is the numbers here, channel. Well, the Morgan Rogers, so we also Bobby. They have Messi, but young Titi, Mamingo cry. Yanto, we are crying about Fana. They have Messi, but we have Salah. One of them at that time. I see a phone. Now, Danzi do. Oh, dear Casa. I say, I say, and I say, dance do Konate. He's running away from the Premier League. And I want you. Say, Konate or Bobo, my France. So France or Bobo. Nah, Gabriel Mangage. Oh, France has a go. I see him go on a motor. Say, let's say, one or two. You have to better still by proving it. Now, more prove. 31 years. 31 years. Boss, Bernardo Silva is 31 years. Hey, okay, that's live on Zongo. Bernardo Silva is 31 years. Kotoko Central to go team. Bernardo Silva, boss, don't freeze moi on my Brazil. Okay, so these are players. I needed to stay overnight. Yes, I want days. I know. So, Muzamakacho said, "We are fit. And I'm saying, head of sports, Tonkas, a match. And I was a match in delay. Yeah. An hour, and I said, "My dead job." I'm a catcher. We are fit. I can't head of sports. Me see the penny no. We are fit. Thank you very much. Baba, me am content. Can't inform, can't inform. We didn't come on. Can't. Otuo-Acheampong. Okay. Can't another drink water. Omo ena ye no mbedi nkomo baba isa ready no ndu aba permit me nsa lawyer enti yenko enti anopay yama yanatwefo ene yanatiefo nyina special good morning ne akai mo samra sanso ye konko fonko so nsemo a edi adencheche nsemo a anopay ebum fumpa onko fonko so no ya de honsem ato ani nsem ne de doso ene anopay de disefata sa ohwe na otie ena ye de esum wo kitikiti mo mpole bi ena ewoma akansuo yanom akabunu pa anopay ye to ebo asa confirm munu nyina emra ye cheche nsem no ye na wate ase se ene se fata on Oyerepa TV e socials no so eye Oyerepa Radio announcem Oyerepa TV Ghana. We are good to go on the brewings of Hisense Adama in a World Cup ayatram ayefe World Cup on your TV so ayefe Hisense TV na ena yade ultra meka monsem acho Don Carlo Ancelotti eno se ne ra ho papa enram se Brazil national team nom efi World Cup promnokrenie ayarawosem edi emano ono as a coach na office na ni team nom e deserve se na mo advance to next level na they all can say they need to improve the team eniema ankoye ama Brazil national team entimi anko na nim se de na omanom ene ono Don Carlo Ancelotti penom I was say amoko back and afi amo recorrecting nyina ene Don Carlo Ancelotti Sama or the air to jam and pay Martin Odegaard na that general car Emma Martin Odegaard or name player Emma Brazil national team Neymar dos Santos Jr. not Neymar to Tom Martin Odegaard boom show say massa we are there on a Sanda bet Patrick bet and Finfia mama yet TV here enti anom ana da report TV no so a utwa and ano pay Don Carlo Ancelotti confirm set na juma as manager Emma Brazil national team nom ono resign da se bia wako okonom watiato fem enti resign da bi onya sajenom and Don Carlo Ancelotti nesema ati atudwa anopay Ronaldinho ati atudwa se Vinicius Junior ediana baya oti bonom Emma Bruno Guimaraes say uncle penalty or see opportunity say in such games ayana entire Emma enunti now say Cavini etime ebo penalty at Newcastle United cra enya Bruno Guimaraes and aya omo penalty taker one Vinicius Junior UEFA Champions League final Bosha Madrid Bobby say no Bobby say enti South State Joanne tournament so afau enti one Vinicius Junior and I was saying obo penalty and no Ronaldinho nensma odi etudwam na Thierry Henry and as say Don Carlo Ancelotti obia and subo bebonom
a son said, Osha Amani Monina, a certain Jean Pedro, Osha 20 goals, I'm at Chelsea last season. Now our opportunity beer, Sir Jean Pedro, Abacom, I say Osha Brazil, Animo, Matthias Cunha, Hendrik Nom, now Osha other strikers now, on Tindi, say Obia better, at Jean Pedro, and your theory, Henri Daniels, Nisamam, or the Eltujam, and Anno Play, Ellen Halland, say, Nanyante, said no way, and they teams are do the quarterfinals of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Abusiam Norway and so account be na no credisam na onan so da ye se mre bi bam ama Norway so etimi ay Brazil fi such a tournament World Cup we monom omo ye campaign in the tournament ningina mo sem omo na ye team a amagina maku enum. It was a difficult game, hard work and a pay off at the Norway, according to Ellen Haaland Casemiro. I say difficult to take this resource. This is part of football. I say Eden, say I'm better results way. Ultimate atum nemom can football Jobeka and Sam Nabusiam and I'm fair on mining na a chopper and I'm Brazil my players one more Emma on my Brazil. On Sam I'm a facing 91 countries in their history. No one qua any on my arm. They're the only country Abusiam one team and share Norway for the da 5 matches say 2 a team I draw me and Sam I defeat Brazil for Thierry Henry on Hendrik and Ra on miss 1v1 chance and I say Hendrik or disappointed in Hendrik. He could have done better. Sabonum now I say and continue to Tottenham Netika Brazil national team say no way I'm making history for the first time ever. I'm gonna reach the quarterfinals of the World Cup. Remember we Norway's first World Cup since 1998. Incredible at the moment. Not take a screenshot and na some kitwakra take a screenshot and let's see your taste in tea and na games no ekoso not baby guests our stance na I'm also some kitwakra pictures outdoor e bani ajaja weekend team matches e to dwanom and your cameras na dia picky and your di M1 play na Prosco so say Ukrainian Jude Bellingham or performing here against Mexico. Now I say a bunny position na obono padia or no generation or new beer or to say Jude Bellingham and your Proscos and DM and me friend JT for short, John Terry for long, and I say Jean Pedro and William Estevao amanka Brazil national team no affect your papa na William Estevao Crade ubetim dia to baby na dene dia super Jean Pedro player and Chelsea said the TBA World Cup now so come Brazil per players one wani more there now senka Jean Pedro World Cup no be JT for short, John Terry for long na dia na Javier Aguirre ano and manager Emma Mexico national team and I said you're catching the press and say my idea and say I'm to advance to the quarterfinals dear now some more timber I'm done dear I'm fighting here I'm compare now Jurgen Klopp on Donald Trump now according to Sky Sports Forum and I report say Donald Trump intervened and some poor at a Nigerian born who was born in New York by Nigerian parents and they by birth in tea but me at the amount one more and I'm just to say that be and your brandy massa review the red card ama in the FIFA I go compare more and a FIFA review the red card now I'm a red card I feel so nyanko pobo ahomachi ebanya Belgium and the United States of America Florine Balogun eba jamasia kan and na Jurgen Klopp say no credit Saban Sadia na anjaye that is crazy. Let's just say this is our game not theirs. Way ayabo and Donald Trump modia into FIFA or some papa ayajumam na Hurricane and Peter Crouch and Ram after some and couldn't jam Emma ama the 3 Lions of England no celebrations Koso Yabasha Kwaya Peter Crouch and Afe Hurricane fast so a celebrating a video at the report TV so Jude Bellingham I say on Kasa about officiating and England and Mexico game ninginam anisa a person next game on Jude Bellingham osia kan at the Emma England national team na history. Jude Bellingham about the first player to score 2 goals at the World Cup on himself a Estadio Azteca Diego Armando Maradona and a year 1986 and Diego Armando Maradona a year 2 goals our Azteca Stadium wa Jude Bellingham and also a team a year Johnny Carragher at the Atuja Thomas Tuchel no crania ni team ne ekoye na right back ready store utimu say I'm for a shot right back up after some Oriana Odinide James Akwakopra nanka Trent Alexander Arnold Doha and Kasasumwegina and Emma na yente voices nibi also football integrity gone as most shameful decision in world football shocks the whole world. Ninginam air fans no kasa amo kasetia Sir Sky Sports I report Sir Donald Trump I intervene and FIFA I review for Laurent Balagoon na red card obebom etia Belgium yente bibra.
It is quite simply the most shameful decision in the history of the World Cup, no question. FIFA's call to allow USA striker Folarin Balogun to play against Belgium after he was sent off for a violent conduct red card following a VAR intervention defies belief, defies integrity, defies everything the game is about. FIFA's darkest day, they say, was when the FBI raided their headquarters hotel in Zurich in 2015. This is worse. Whatever you thought about the people who ran football, the game itself mattered. The integrity of the game.
Na England fans no enra na ebisu ningina munisa the fourth hat and some point of that important victory no by NTA fans ni bi nsema amadi tuja.
My best okay to just be there in that moment, it means everything. It means everything.
Guys, can you sum that up in one word?
Fantastic. Is that allowed?
That's absolutely allowed. Talk to me about Wonderwall playing or the players running over.
Look, obviously I knew Wonderwall before I could speak, and to look down at them players who I'm so proud of and to sing that song back to them is like one of the greatest moments of my life. Yeah. And I mean that. I love you.
No, but you're emotional talking about that.
I know, I just because it resonates with me with so many people. They're my best friend. Okay.
Right.
Enti England fan no nanya jemu atietiam kasa no kra emma no pay yetibi emma Thomas Tuchel bon man teneba so with that historic winner enra omunya ye e was Estadio Azteca.
In the build-up, it never felt like a round of 16. It still now doesn't feel like a round of 16. It feels almost like we won a final or something. This last moment where the referee takes the whistle to his mouth and you know that you overcame it 40, 50 minutes with 10 men in the altitude against the home.
Na a moment Jude Bellingham womu pia fitanenom na aswapi Jesse with Mexico talent Gilberto Mora yenhwe bimra. Enti moment of swapping the Jesse with Gilberto Mura and what should be an pay na one of the best post matcher Mate Effie Hurricane Honye after Sir England a qualifier to the quarterfinals of the Mundial on the way to Japan.
Yeah, Jordan, my voice is gone. Hendo just fell over there. I think it's okay. Just something to do with his arm. Yeah, it was a crazy game. We had to fight. We had to find something. Yeah, I've just been sitting there. I can't really talk. But all the occasion, the team, everything against us, we found a way. It was one of those days that the ref gave a lot against us.
Enti otimu se ni jana ba watie tema man voice cry ko enti na mekacho say one of the best post match interviews Mate Effie Hurricane ho na oti edom now Donald Trump abusuam ya catch da na Royal Belgium Football Federation and this statement condemn the decision amuchem sam. However, Article 66(4) of the same FIFA disciplinary code no stating emphatically clear says a player Asia kind no man red card na ofri man the next game or suspended until Asia kind enti koda sore ya yesi a review na yellow card no at the film player no so we emwa football pepe ye enti anya juma na Norwegian fans no back at home na abusuam vacant row no etimi ekoso yanhwe video no bi na yanhwe sadiem Norway for them fans na efa so Germany no and a dash screens no so ewo Oslo nowhere uhwe bi enano play na Belgian manager that is Rudy Garcia and they are furious with Folarin Balogun say almost a game obetimi asia kan etiam say in football say as a favor bi na utwe bi aso a yana emwa emane man timi nkoye Cristiano Ronaldo the last time on his Spain eboyam World Cup or she a hat trick that is 41-year-old you pissed na some magic and so ebetimi abaso Professor Arsene Wenger say are you happy with Martin Odegaard performance or then and against Brazil who sa performance way EBF boy na watch papam and now on his son that bet Patrick Bet on Finfio I'm control Medford ni pa Professor Arsene Wenger area and also Hurricane and after Jude Bellingham performance one done a dear and against Mexico no to say England say betting at the World Cup Zlatan Ibrahimovic Ibrakadabra reaction after Brazil 2026 FIFA World Cup and also near my costing in a did that Danoa players biade and records players be aye at the Atuama Brazil and no can be and then who current players no.
Listen, Brazil is haunted by the history for what I have done because every Brazilian team today, the individual players, they're haunted by the history, and the history unfortunately is very that is players that has been the best players in the world is best players in the history also. So the results they have to bring is to win at least the World Cup. And I said it before, Norway, they don't have this respect for this Brazil. They will not go out there and respect them and let them play. They're going to do their game, and we said it from the beginning, this is not the Brazil we are used to see. This is a different.
Now, Norway fan, I remember the last time nation a boy World Cup and it Jomyeria. Now you're vaking no. I'm sorry.
What did you think? What did you think of this? This was incredible for Norway. It was nerve-wracking. It was absolutely nerve-wracking, but it was a fantastic result, and we're looking forward to going to Miami. Talk to me about Holland. Holland, fantastic player.
Luis De La Fuente said Paul Kubasi ready for Cristiano Ronaldo and at 7 p.m. Ibrahim Hassan, Egypt assistant manager. Also, Argentina, Messi, also Mo Salah, and some of the Thiago Cantara, Lamine Yamal, Bibia to become a great player. Now, Mother Force Vinicius Junior. Masa sa contract no basam ye hu nsan ma ye hu na awoma na deadline I was say omutimi wie contract na wonsem omontwen until say obewie ne contract ni nyina ansam po no extend na no way for them almost star bia amofaso Germany enra ama winning a vacant row no ekoso enra after eliminating Brazil. Enti anwa awo Oslo na uhwemu a Jan Screen Simontio emra na omone Brazil ebo so congratulations to Norway na John Mikel Obisa e match Chelsea no madwen da se Andre Santos o metono amana free Chelsea team no obeboa Chelsea pa yengina so anopai na yemfan ko phone close so nsem no ensi live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM yana kanjin energetic drinking water impenim for din komensu papa enti ana no bia boju nsuo no onomu a abusua akala na wo mninti ya gentleman chicho basabasa o onum productor otoro se kan sentiment mra akala wo body nti sa onom kanjin energetic drinking water we nyina ebincho anopai good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
All right, you the next 10 minutes no kanjin energetic drinking water.
Wow, nano payema Ghana for kwaba na yema Otuo-Acheampong Oyerepa 100.7 on your radio. Samson of your life on Oyerepa television. You pass it through. Now you didn't come up within the next 10 minutes. Kangen and Magic drinking water. The only refined alkaline water and one man Ghana Muhanum say inti de bia meka or your packers a fidie a kwachi and ye GD say we in regular listeners say any more Edi Juma and aside in regular listeners no more dey dan the omunim mapomede pa church ya ba ye de mom and yakasa way a very historic. There is no brand here in Ghana when it comes to water omoma well informed education to say the no inti a privileged and ye to contribute and quota to the development of Omai Ghana. Inti menu munsuo bia keke nsuo na awon no one can suffer responsibility no a shawansa na enom nsuo ekra a pH a yes 7.5 8.5 World Health Organization many United Nations Assembly amayati ase in 2010 mekanye one kasa betimi afa phone na wo gogo labon se details and ebeba obeken kind more I change said the program no where discuss and almost more kind and I simple almost see be our home quine so when you access to good potable drinking water. Having access to a good potable drinking water is a basic fundamental human right, just like any other fundamental human right. Tibia yenim inti men ka say nsuo bia yensuo nye nsuo bia na yensuo nsuo bi ono me akoni pedie ma dead water because a kwan fast where they produce nsuo no enye ade say ye kwan pa the reverse osmosis a devoid so of its mineral content won't so nim kangen everything all the basic nutrients won't insume just like say ODD na ODD na aduane na yakoni pedie no no functions ben akwede many pedie nutrients na ewo no sounds na insu a wono monso no ade say nutrients won't so nim na kose e wase akoni pedie no ma ekoneka regulate ni pedie no na worn out tissue bia ebeba ni pedie no no aboa na esi ano Dr. Otuo-Acheampong ati ase se babie ni honom a yare ewa babie ni honom akalan wa yare betimi atena honom nti wo hwe slide here da TV so na yedin komo afa ekwan poundum kangen and energy drinking water eboa na ayi toxins and acidious content and acid waste ebo eye woni pedia no enso emu na ekwan ben so na acid efa so ebe ode woni pedia mu de bia meka no times without number and makasa ni egu so eka na mo ho edonti yase insu a ono ma ekoni pedia no nyase insu komodo keke nti na ono mu nsu because insu ankasa no contain 70 to 80% of eye woni pedia no nti organs na ewo woni pedia no mu from or lungs or liver or digestive tract ni nyina hia insu to regulate its function nti won say water removes acid from the body by diluting its stomach acid. The pediana kasa naturally produces acid content on its own. And let's place it on record, say, yenka say acid na one pedianimu no and yes, to some points, acid no one functions are edi. But in as much as say ye nipa na several diets are what we are pedianimu and as we are prone to acidious environment internal. Adibin pokro honoma say when the anko ni pedianimu as acid. But then because of environmental conditions, utim inhale, fashion utim say enya acid in a form of liquid and kwaya koni pedianimu by sebi wanumu kwaya wode ye inhale ya baba no so inti ase all of nsu containing high alkaline in nature and eboa to detoxify sanima when now through a urine inti yankai na yensha no so the next slide na yen project na yenkoye nim na o say ekwanya nsuo efa so na dilute anase nsuo fa so na flash out toxins anase specifically acidity free eye wuni pedianimu no eno na da ye with screen no aso nti de bia se person ye part and parcel of the conversation was stomach dilution sipping water during or after meals dilute highly concentrated gastric acid preventing it from irritating the sensitive lining of your esophagus eno na wan hwe abenya de defend say acid reflux nti won say acid na ewo ni pedianimu no naturally ni pediani produce I say gastric acid na wan kan sa wo say di nuane am asai acidious in nature no e dey say afro e de ba eye esophagus times without number bon so be on my because when you defend say acid reflux and no nyina acid and I say a higher amount of acid that a ye woni pedianimu sounds so na afi ya say o kidney e dey say and yet the offense is kidney filtration. The kidney acts as the body's primary filtration system for blood. When you are well hydrated, your kidneys have the fluid volume required to filter, buffer, and excrete excess acid as or through your urine. You say o kidney no our basic function and maka earlier me submission na mate as say organs na woni pede no mu nyina bia woni basic functions nti ne kwan say bia ho etechema. You say o ye well hydrated no ayade say o kidney ni nya a higher amount of volume and as nsu a wase etimi enya na acid bia woni pede no mu na etimi abafa na a excrete and as aboa ama no aba abonten through your urine. Afenso you say through digestion. Akwan ben so na aduane efa so na eyam ye. You say digestion starts from the mouth wonum and sample kra na koye woni pede no mu. Inti na meka no earlier say acid na ankasa boa for digestion. Inti you say through digestion water assists in digestive process by breaking down food. Aduane na betimi breaking it down na ebeyam na ayam ni ya. Ayade say uhia a lot of water to do this and prevents the stomach from overproducing acid caused by indigestion. Into one, yes, who did anadwumpo on its own enye because a lot of indigestion bebra a cause of winipedian a higher number of acidious content to just break down food. But then say bedoso bebra at the how at the bread winipediano. G numbers and a fray and any among common on 0241 44 91 91 0241 44 91 91 and I face 050 73 79 474 050 73 79 474. It's a bit me go back to slides na ya born and come and you're my wing and I am discussing in an can I say, here medication to do all these things, and then I may best do be me airborne and come or so what think because or kills one who say acidious and as a gas content no one in ipedi anymore a door so I may catch and said then the only preferred choice and I say so I may come for the amano a kangen and magic drinking water. Adintia Yamawati assessing soon in Yadru, but kangen simply means returning back to origin into Oko Japan, babia kangen machine a free and kasana hospitals and as several clinics be a wohanum be a normal register insure no say ya drobagana hanum said they are registered and say a insure but they didn't na say jumadi wing it timidi because of its pH a year a bro a year 6.5 upwards at the echo in so be a benomani pH be a year below 6.5 be a and as any the standard that FDA and the World Health Organization ejatum the kind of say oh how we need pediano natural production and no you acquire acid fast one a produce we need pedium your dietary acid that is your dietary acid in Yania Hodwa, ye di anasia consuming a form corrosive acidious contents. A do point to be about so Winipediana Casa naturally on its own become their friend say acidosis in nature. That is the level of acid abros your metabolic acid by say a Diania Udi a break it down a release and as a converting energy naturally a producing acidious content on net on yan the next slide. So ye share effects and as in Sunswa Winipediana be highly acidious in content. The ade eba eye Winnipedian ye direct foods say carbonated drinks ahodwa ye nom a Winnipedian mu soda and vinegar ye acid forming foods ye say animal protein nuane bebra ye fleshy in nature ning na cheese ni ahodwa but then ye nka say ye hwe na wendi we ya we ni pen kwa de you will be prone to some of these things and all this annual wing na be here ensure and not a medication ebeboa na a flush out these toxins and these acids and number one water here come for the amount the friend say kangen energetic drinking water it's your surgeon numbers and fraying na any and so more enkomo the next slides are not me patch project my yen na yenko yenim sanso and afi we examples of acid waste I know awo Winnipedianum we sulfuric acid and enoma bebre keka ho we nyina enoma ye inhale I know most times and enya de say ekọ Winnipedian na say through liquid fluid but they inhale so you take notice of all these things. Finally GN numbers and a fray and any amount come on 0241 44 91 91 0241 44 91 91 and I face 050 73 79 474 and then open super obenomina bebo to flush out toxins and more acidious content in your body. Recommended kangen and energy drinking water. And so the manano pay a year Juma and major distributors offer number actively CCA active on WhatsApp in penny for bejo so no money will abonkomo.
Yabeda kangen ase yabatwaso na live Mr. Otuo-Acheampong. Mamenka will say 2026 FIFA World Cup egusua ekoswo na eho enase no Seahorse engine oil abusia bomodin na okano wode ye adwuma wankasa na private water na wodamu a operator engine no a woda no wada eno ntina maka wo say you diesel extra turbo diesel legendary classic ni nyina no Seahorse ne nsa no oil papa no a ye dugu car ne mu ema engine no ekofulum bomodin na free number 0244 577 559 0243 218 566 na Seahorse engine oil wanya bi ede akogu ka engine mu na ache ede amawo Boshaba Electricals medical culture we say ena no pay enkofo durufia ha eso ene form enkane awonyama ndi bebre ena wa ha bomodem na beto de edan foforo no dada no a ukruso foforo no na de enkane awonsam no de aguso no eya ha ena obeba bomodem so be friend 0536 095 966 na niama atumi akoyie ana pete nie afei ana nondu abapamu sima aduasa MY Venture Dr. Caesars Lina Anyati make us a bit tramu wenimu a bomodem man krano entino na kofa no bra anase bomodem twen woti bi mu pe freno ni nyina ne se abusuyin enura udidi ye na udie nyina no ye wodie nipadua no empe ne beye den na atime pie men kan kem se mi jamena ya da bi nya na sade no na emum wuhia Lina Energy natural onum ko nipadua no mu a bomodem ewo huru yem no mu na clear toxins ne de pie ti dan dan nyina obi busa so secret na ne den a mfie be senum onwura hospital da ya faseda no ema Lina Energy no a wonum ne no na aboawo na ade ba ko ne se timber capsules di mema ka ginemu timber capsules na no muka cha alaji so alaji wa yemre no se ne mu mesia medem mu ko si alaji dem mo ba no na adani nisuo na je sa alaji no wa ye ne ho aduro wa bra wa no num timber na je se action wo ye adwuma no bomodem na ko atwemu no oba no wa wie junior high wa wie senior high wa tifie oni adwuma ye onhwe abaya ugya no a enche no se yemfa bas de nemra no anyam eno nto mpa ne saa no we ma ne nko okona ni timpo ye ne ya ontime nso a obenya ba bidie sikama ne si wono mo afidie yi bo Lina no mienu no miensa wapon ne sika na eboburuja me chen no me chen sa mete ekon mu ono ne sika no edoso ntia no pai ye ko atwemunum ho na abehu Dr. Caesar na afi woni no ahwe ede abomu 0244 46 2689 0244 46 2689 na wonya Dr. Caesars Lina Energy uwie ni sapa ya kai se Polovia Ventures uwuram ewo Roman Hill dia quality Jesus ya ehyin eho na abeko Polovia na nemote na ntade ne papa ma eze ya nya gya tuma wie ndi men kan jese Ghana afri mu na dabi type of just bia open o man bia no eso de Polovia ko na kwajo de chef fefefe na nyama enkoye me ko asokore mampon na me ko ya penom no wura dem honom fidie na guo no ama yade no mpo amede ko ye no me ho me aka me ho o yarefo bia sam na me ka chewo yi o so wura dem no hwe fidios ena de anko na jese sabe obi na ya me na so obi na ye wo ni nyina na ne se emfidie na ebo am adwumadie no ayemre oba ya pe de hianza fidie no be ka che yen se yade no arthritis the hands of a catcher and say, a sciatic was to us and a etchon. Would you any stroke never on Kayana or say, put would you any and Nemon's idea? Beman come one from a humanity, your money obano, a conomuye pan, and so, and Fabama, Ninan's home come one hour from Ninano, Jai, Fakuja. Semens Herba Clinic ye rum ewo Kumasi Asokore Mampong umfru omrano no mo say yes when you drew etimi anom 0240 826 955 0240 826 ono so ka ho na commentary you go so ede button den tienie Embo creation entade ne hyehyɛ ni apempa mu a opama manane epam Ghana de eno nti bomodem na to che no ewokote na be wo se Embo obe design e de ahye kama me de medical culture say loss in about center nupa ne eyemiensa na delay man capsules na ho na ase always in kind uhia mesha no uhia ene locker no ni nyina say infection no edwane no na typhoid no so eko eno ntu bo reba bia mo obi mfa asokwa nkoda no chenchena woni maduro dada bodi ne kire no delay man capsules locker mixture na fe ni nyina no odi apia amanyema akoyi 0242 133 577 na no so enyema ekoyi na menka wo se medo eko mankasim ba fi krom mo nkan no monto nchian ewo odoko official town wake up the tenisa Dr. Edu Mohammed oka ho bi ene yatuja no ede ema wo ni nyina no ene se yade no de opede chronic no stroke no ena ebo nkaye bomoden na fa koho umpie no na ya aseda owie pa yade no chronic disease nyina no bomoden fa koho no mo yensa no dro no bi no edek malakio edek tonic edek herbal mixture na fe yade SMB test ama mema ne ma eyisi ne mama wie pa oba obete de o de be ko be ma no be ma so ba be gina be ma ne mu na de action bomodern fresh 0558 379545 na no so nyama ekoyie ena de tense Coffee's Kitchen biem kuha ewo so fly the new escapade ne pub honmo a unja bi go mu ne mu wie pa assorted fried and assorted jollof rice no ayekado didi na fa ho aseda ma me ukwaye ukọ adoring na fe oge kra ja na mu hia na nye Coffee's Kitchen a ema na de ma wo mu ka hu se mra no mu sie bo me no ne fense kaka afa me mpe bi atie Coffee's Kitchen na from new branch no ayekato na bro ne abie ede atum ewo Oyerepa Junction opposite Shell filling station 0248 613 056 0248 613 056 omunyina ka ho bi wake up no de guso nanso yabeto aso amenka wo say on today's post ya de Asokore Mampong Community Bank PLC edi aba ne nyina no ene say e ba ye krache na so mfanto ansa said me yem dwumade no mempese bank obi ne sika ekoto na network ateko munya me mama mbe 2 weeks na route so wate ase na me ya na to me ne mba me kotete hwa na ase me ko yiska na me hwe the we are workers na nimu tie ukoya pe ni ehia ni ahwe odawuruma ede na do ba ye obe yisusu ana se odi bi na ebeto ukan ya pe no ma ye di amount ensi da 2 times am ko wonyina no se network ateko ntie na no pay bomodem edin ye Asokore Mampong Community Bank PLC Asokore Mampong Community Bank PLC ensusue no a we no Bank of Ghana minimum omere tu hono ya hete kura anti odo ho beboye ni a ensuro ensida bank no future no bright na nhyehyɛ no na me dwo mutum your individual savings your corporate savings Susu savings with experience mobile bankers and no ade a etwago na ye loan no de na menka ho edini amedadodo menyama no so ye wo our susu loan no ye adwuma salary loan and your private government workers no ye adwuma commercial loan business expansion buy asset no and also ye adwuma ne wo clearance loan and also no eguso ye adwuma ba ko ni di no me de to so na ye mede no pa show na msia jaba kokua wono alone no emergency number make us say metenkran ne nsu abe family na kwa afina ko fa ha me obi anka sika de mai kwa ose dian mama me poking crying not just a passion you do some the amount obi nhunu wo twom eno Asokore Mampong Community Bank PLC and American ho answer and Unity Bank link no cost April's link and C link no and also twago kama branches in there Williams Asokore Mampong ho and office Kumasi de no ye wo manhia ye ne manhia Palace Museum no na eben so me makron so montintwe o new traffic light no ase ye wo the same building with prison man na ye bo modern e the new branch na ba edum de no mu hia ye nsu ase building na opposite railway station no na the new branch no e de aba e di ne Asokore Mampong Community Bank PLC odo ho bonu a oda ya da sanse ene ejana na so na no me de aseda e de ema Power Specialist Herbal Hospital ni nyan se ya de hyehyɛ nkrofo ho na mum ekwane befa so mpo a obekwane screening no osu okwa ebegine sika enu nti na 1 July no a woye edema wo a wanyo kapre enu twa mu no de tiene se ye oban hospital ho a yegusu ye adwuma nkrofo 40 liver no ye boa wo mane tu ase hepatitis B and C prostate fibroid kidney stone ni nyan se de SK liver care ni nyan no ede aba tutumrika na kwa branches mensa ni nyan 0244 544 422 0244 544 422 0200 383 831 na wanya Power Specialist Herbal hospital ama ohen na koso adu ya ono nso atimi ahwe me de Franco de me say me go so hwehwem asori awoko opanyin mo ma na asori panyini na adwempa woni tirim kone fa so hu se Ghana fo hianyema na nso sika de beto no ye hwambo no so ebra sidan ho den eda so gyan de gina enu nti de bia no to Nokia Samsung iPhone so ene ho mpempa de nyina no obomodem ama enei ebo no from compared to nkrofo bi de uwie ye pe no was TV no wo de hwe World Cup no enkro no crave complain kope boyi ebo no da form obenya bi your microwave blender generator CCTV camera function and monitor video anytime your gas and electric stove ni nyina no ene se eja bedroom edum old Malcolm Kofo clinic new kajetia ho nyina no ye the branches no e de aben wasi kumase na ya anatomy ne mba me yansa na obo modern akoto ade no na fa ho aseda no e de breme e 0245 316969 0245 316969 na wanya Franco na wonso woni no ahwe abom memete tenatet eno no na nyenне ka ne nam na edi adanse ye na nanam tuyefo yenso ye nyine beduru sabre ye nya nom de biara da eno nti since 2003 tenatet malake omode ba ye no typhoid adwane stress no why den wo nso adwane na fever no eno nso ekọ mo amokoto tenatet Venake no momo modern huns ema mo imfi ho problem na mo face sabosumi aso obu nsa obi ahunu ntwom nsufita ne bi ansisusu ye ne nyina no eye tenatet Venake ene be yisa de na firi ho no mo wote tenatet to mixture dia na chese osa bia no edwane sanso ena stomach gas and famana akoja yem no ebeko hangover no ene nso edwane wote tenatet hayan capsules dia ebema woni so atumi ada ho ye momo den fadu no woni so obenom na fentintin ma ye adwuma wotima kan ade anwumere what me truka anwumere sounds no before capsule be me bia no a kire no ho ase dada before so be kono no anom na ye adwuma ama watimi no ba na hie yie ene wo de asedan de amount 0205 180012 0501 619871 the board player at the Ebano a Bayport Savings and Loans Bayport abusia hyehyɛ ne ye kama di Ghana ni bia ho prene se wode ne sika eko akoye susudua e ho no mo na no na opa e 3 months de ho eno ye 91 days mo nso amoko 182 no 6 months de ho your 1 year de ho fa Ghana card be bia ne branches wo bia no wokope woto manim 1-on-1 no wa kyerɛw de wo ye babuan wo ba no enche obecovers hyehyɛ be no wa ye de ato no mu a unwie no nya sika no ene sika na e patcho wa anya susudua bia anto no mu abusia be hawo na me kan wo se we no yen yekura abasobode eye Ghana Deposit Production Scheme no yetima meeti nti de bia no ye wo hyehye ne da ho no mo ye oni ye de hwebo mu no yen ye de investment eno nti e ba se usika no wo hia no 3 months time a oba ya pe ne akona to de ato phone no so asem de ene wo ho e de ma wo Bayport in the whole Ghana obi edu omo adanse ye beguso agina ye na so sanse ba bi edi ho akobo no aboyen amanyama ekoyie number si nyina no bo modern efre na afi yen kansam de ni bi emfa enchrew 0242 288915 Michael branch manager ne de eno no yo 0244 598400 and also Mr. Daniel at the end no Fredocas it was 0558 119281 0558 119281 Fredocas baby wo bia no obetumi mpo hia na for wan hyehyɛ no e de amount ne krakra no junior 0559 980891 0559 980891 ni nyina no ofre ne ba bia wo bia no ye branch no wo hono mu a Bayport de odo ho aboyania okotokro enka so de bia boss
thank you very much you know that's pe and also a black kwabna birthday
ene ya mana
black kwabna friend chairman 1
okay
Mr. Kwabna Wusu chairman 1 tilapia phone nyina chairman no but tilapia mo tilapia mo eho no tilapia phone nyina hona black kwabna ho yes you know wa o say I am koto ho nso pa
o za yo was
dola kana ye koji me dem kwa me to
to go with
no on do kwa on to oji ba me dem me to
okay
chema wa oni
chama wa iti o
mu me no mo ko ho no mo a ba ko to no ba ko age
onu ntua
Black of the that's say. We are the way man.
Me ya na go be so no so de mami.
But
me man be na.
Black of the that's. Your friends are complain who is free.
On ye.
From Herbert. Okay.
Ne ba no de to Herbert.
Okay. Oh, when I was what in the battle
Herbert. Herbert Junior.
Okay.
I don't know who boy no. Now we brand no this when you pa. Emma so be 26, 27.
Wow. Okay.
Those days, you know. On a 50 chairman.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what
Minim say second na dey home ko ni. Minti. All right, Bafo. You go through you that.
We nice man.
Hey, chairman one no.
We
say wo ibia ma me hu a me hu de be ye. Ha. Na no so me ko NY ho. And then nyina ekoje anto. NY no said that to 20.
Okay.
Ke see base TV 32 yi.
Tilapia no. Let's say no better who bet 3 days now.
The ba ko ntimi. NY so no total ho no.
Okay.
Berma service ho no.
Berma. Okay.
NY na we ni.
Yeah, Berma. Yeah.
And the nyina ya anto. No credit one one.
Enu de waja to.
Nyina ya anto. But the e koto we ndi me to no koje. Ontu ada. Babo.
Video ba na na nkwan so elko.
Oh, ba ya we, ontu you can't deny it.
Ba la elko.
Already deny.
Oba reply.
We all go reply. The only reply say no cre. Only reply because sanity. Ba for any hell ni go. Okoji last week okoji woni kala ne bai. Omo beje no. Me ma more evidence. Oni kala ne babu. E beje. Me tua me de no oje ne.
Tama. The goal Ghana considered was a defensive bladder. Learn to appreciate people. Stoneboy replies Shatawale. Tama. Your bomb match we na Shatta de ba say who line up na who say Benjamin Sari ne man who say asemaba. Na Stoneboy say there be message I say na okay kan. But your bomb as a teamwork. Enti eno so e de kakra e wo ho a ye de no so no enso beba. People at the FA, some people at the FA asked for 70-30, but he agreed 50-50, and they didn't call him. Striker Prince Owusu sister alleges. Enti and also so the APP ban bi no.
One day, Prince Owusu the Ogobia na.
There be woman for na man frɛ no. Say omo ka 70-30 na one penny no. Enti ne omo nya amfrɛ no kra.
Why na kan?
Ni sister.
Ni sister and say.
O see. Omo friend say.
Omo friend ni sister na be man boy na ka che no.
Oh, boy na ka che ni sister no. Omo friend say.
Why friend no?
Panyini bi wo efe ho.
Bafo sa ne man no on say Macau is not helping us. You should mention the name of Panyini. You just throw this into the air. Sa say Kwambina Owusu sister say Panyini bi na no abeye anatu na asema me kan no menya de. Ebia ayi Clement or Oyerepa FM ka asem mpa semra. Enya sa de asansa me de wuni me posi me tugu. They almost send for di kwa. Say obi o FM onipa wuni munipa o de adwuma Ghana pu association. Send a free player. Emu send and wo kwan so mtime free player.
Tama last week one te say yes sikasem pie o camp kakra say o TV.
Nya bia no. They all can last week they just said they all can come on bia ni. Why na sikasem
enya de fufuru.
Why na cars enya de fufuru say ya. It's always like this. You be say na eja hoko kire be nka biem. Obi obeba wan country sa so mesi na kasem invest camera no. Sa se me manimu ade. Metu ogu. No more say ni.
Enso ya wo say wutugu ya be say ogu na
be. The name what to go nim ni bakro. O ba fo atu. Unim bakro. Unim bakro.
Tama unim say menya opportunity etie Carlos Queiroz. Or congratulate the recon if no the asamba or congratulate the recon.
Say
when your invitation to the Black Stars.
I say them doesn't.
Oh, town say coach say national team is coach is players make us catch them say yeah thrower. Yeah, no almost congratulate you. Congratulations say when you are part of the team that will be going for the World Cup. Eventually, no, he was forced to drop him.
Who was forced to drop him?
Carlos Queiroz. Emma, tell me be story no had no say proud to you know.
Masona heading and say. asama ebiana
ga say Carlos Queiroz judgment ho akọ
eno so free
before the World Cup
and that no enya
Kofi Adam na kopa de chewo
me ma zan ne ma we ho ya so ebu ho nti me mfa nya adwuma bi mu me
ba say ya uti bi de
ye nyina ye tibi obi ati bam saying say ye moa omanfo no you know ye ndi moa Ghana for by naming and shaming ya mo be moa Ghana for say akwa bi ye friend say wono na ye say enya sa ade e fupa ne say obi Oyerepa o sisi no agya ho no kwa na agya ni ba ko no nam o no the problem about Oyerepa no so no ko Carlos Queiroz on a friend, no on a friend. They record. Said the okay, it's on a friend.
Oh, voice I'm TND.
On a friend.
The personal voice, yes.
Okay, and was my friend, my
congratulating player.
And Carlos Queiroz now our coach Real Madrid, in Portugal, in Manchester. So free players omra. That's a player na nyama. Oyeding. They record no position man.
Or left back.
The left back.
Number 3.
And the year in fan. Near do people for and Carlos Queiroz etiase. Na se no gwa go nye
ko bufo no ba anko jadwuma
na no wanya nya no ka ne mo mfa player na mra e no kwa mse Carlos Queiroz no mo jeje no so nya sa no te
Carlos Queiroz subtly resigns from his job as the Black Stars coach, but the FA General Secretary says no, he has not. The message doesn't mean he has resigned. And it created a lot of interpretational issues. And say
so contract Ben and no till when?
Till after the World Cup.
4 months into
so August.
In July.
And you can't resign like that. It's not organ. Don't you mean resign, sir?
But also the message, you know, message now with Jama Ghana for. Okay,
he's an interim coach, so if you're not a 4-month contract there, I don't think that they were Toronto ABBR he's passing through. But on to me 4-month contract and just right to say I've resigned. Send we're breaching contract.
What did that will be asking?
We're breaching whoever said we're breaching contract unless he has discussed with the minister. And now will be I say on your kasi in a diaco viva.
He's not much to set down in the town.
But there's a contract. Now all the 4 months but now also much. When you agree to that 4 months, no, I go only people for good go more much.
I say you turn a canoe in advance that whole.
But is it a contract? Do you have a contract with him?
Yeah, he signed for your contract.
And that's another. What's our contract? That's a way you said here.
But the all can be a boy is come by. The new match be about to time a vessel. In the
man or not, what were they expecting?
Me sure say. They gave him 4 months so that tournament is most likely to be in July. So July if compare for more year, we at least have 1 month to negotiate and engage him moving forward. And they say in the fan is any statement there by the
was negotiating with him, no? A man of contract Chanaka just to sit down for negotiation in Chaka.
Oh, I think so.
That time 4 months no didn't know the man. Say the only time a contract now World Cup.
Oh, said that's the question I'm asking. Say Nazak was just maybe.
But he said
so I'm asking, say, man 4 month contract.
Then you
no, I'm saying the 18 man 4 months. I'm sure there could be a reason.
Instead of and say
after World Cup 18 July now end of July we are done with you. Now is that man August, September, October, knowing very well say
the end of August. And August.
A 4 months from time the man. That's normal.
Until August.
And I said that's there's August. So we assume say a World Cup. Not any minutes I say beji. You better ask. You better call round. You better
talk Ghana.
The minister was sure. Even at the tournament, no sure say any beji. And then he was as a ticket there for 3 months.
It was a political talk. None of the babo.
No. You took ticket for 3 months.
Okay, cause one funny seat in to so say. Ghana and World Cup now on stand be man.
Okay. Bible we
you can't
Prosper's on resign.
According to Prosper, they will say Bofuna coach in the train.
And just what resign.
Anyway, just what resign.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm out for teaching be fan of say paragraph by paragraph. And
Prosper, but for Madam Mokwonje any good by telling us that the FA has not received any letter of resignation or any has had no discussion like that with him. It's just all better interpretation and comprehension. And I'm time no dey say ade no. Ko the castle GF ni nya krata bia na oni ni nkomosa ka ensolve.
I think I agree with you.
Instead of so say brofu mu no.
Ti na say no on here omo mo ka bi my phone na dey what here in truth
is that he ne wan try him say
resign
because the first I leave this journey. The journey could be the World Cup. Utia, I live this journey with pride in what we achieved. What did they achieve? The World Cup. And I live, that may not represent.
Obituate my interpretation.
That's we share more of. There's nowhere Ocho say.
But almost Mokasa, his journey was not the World Cup. His journey was to coach the Black Stars till August. And because I leave this journey,
the journey is the current journey he has embarked on is a World Cup.
His journey was August. The journey in August.
Oh, is there any interpretation?
Any
grammar and comprehension?
You leave journey, babe.
So the chat GPT natural.
So, to Ghana 16 hours ago, okay.
About the third was the fourth paragraph to my president the board and for man also different interpretation all together.
On a Troy there.
Of course, that's it. 10 years upon.
Like one day go for
somebody can say he's not returning. 4 months. And from now till say
also thank you Ghana. The journey starts now. Journey Ben.
Next whatever. Say about World Cup qualify be minutes.
No, never journey starts now. Now the we are just on a Troy.
On a Troy. As for it
doesn't look
Prosper didn't organize on a Troy. Right now.
The journey starts now. Journey Ben.
So one can say my guys say Ghana here.
Into on a chair and start here journey no. Okay, then we go back to the journey no say Olive journey. So I'm leaving the journey.
One journey.
The journey starting na World Cup. I'm going to forget
so say na the city.
The journey starts now. We
die two different journeys.
I'm not transfer to be to say and can
Nah, just to change.
Clearly.
The
man is going. It was either say Baba woke up no no makachen say ye more another extension. And I say yeah and after moving come on it was say it's not going to continue. And all day
and your conclusion.
Oh, that is what happened. So they've told him that like in on continue.
No be we are the August. You go on continue say. So and mo here di no August long gone baby.
So man the time no so. They've told him say time no so on continue until no. And also that's it. Until when you born be.
Oh na ya ka so e born you.
August and go we. August and go we.
One time and come.
This is we try and go August na.
Eh be tua.
So we try and
go. Na say we kon say one our contract asem. You can't get good results when you keep changing players. We played like there was no coach at the bench. Honorable Neil and Van der Poel hit hard at Carlos Queiroz.
Imagine.
Time I say Colombia they not working.
And you World Cup.
So
there was no preparation.
I was fighting the few was
the born in England, boy in Ghana for see defending and not coach in the bench. I know over Casamiti.
Time was it the Black Stars were splitless. Kevin Prince Boateng no. Was almost Bobon to say there's a woman spirit.
Tell the Brazil no.
Brazil, they didn't have spirit.
Okay, yeah.
I see they had spirit in 2010.
Was it 2010?
I see in 2014 they had no spirit. That's why they didn't perform.
To no time no spirit.
Okay,
yeah, that's.
And
Thank you.
Oh, say BBI, come.
Oh, it's a problem. That's a problem.
So, still in the World Cup mood, and the World Cup may do an interesting stage, and results be a very, very interesting one. So, too, France and Paraguay. Paraguay for one of the most dirtiest football tactics so far this World Cup. Once they came in to provoke France for no, just to provoke them, send Takashi. But France for nature say they were matured. The level of composure, come far so with me handle Paraguay for now or Munya Monozo no was a good one. Yaka France attack no say it the most complete attack we've seen now. Our world football, we say club, we say national team. There's no attacker so complete like what France for hand. Until more antidote or more medicine to any form of tactics. They came in say Olise Jibo na normal double up on him. Mbappe doubling up. Dembele doubling up. These guys so Bakola still doubling up. Now I didn't for them to be able to penetrate. The moment he brought in this RD for Bakola, start doubling up. Omukon 4, but Desiree was able to find a way and dribble past all and create that penalty. Mbappe share a striking, attacking frontal or more antidote to every form of defending. They'll find a way and penetrate. And good results for France going forward now, setting up a very good quarterfinal game against their neighbors and also their friends in Morocco. Game no ebe de pa. Msoto ye share Brazil nra in a game against Omaya from Norway. On comment position of a who line up and say Brazil are in trouble. Can't say me knew what stated that 11 no choosing in that system now boy no. So to Kwakuba against Norway. Omo they love to prepare ball no. Osime ball two more for this in Bruno Guimaraes and Casemiro. Casemiro who doesn't have a legs. Against Patrick Berg, Sander Berg and Odegaard. So to share in the first half. Omo ball Sam Mensewe about 125 passes and missing only 3. Odegaard about 52 missing only 1. Sander Berg about 58 missing 59 missing only 1 58. And Patrick Berg about 13 passes missing only 1. It's just a total dominance by Norway for in Moford. And for the first time, who said that more can Odegaard as Odegaard or person prepare ball no. It is a unprecedented there. I've heard most of the Arsenal fans say one of the best games they've seen him play, and they wish he can play like this for Arsenal, like Chizina. The difference is that in the Premier League they won't allow you to have that kind of space now on your upper plan. And you know the most setup of Kyle Ancelotti very, very, very poor. Again. I've listened to him explaining why Bruno Guimaraes was happening. He said, "I'm penalty no ye the only pa Nema." And not the bench. Rafinha will pra and Ego Thiago na Ernest on also not the bench. But in terms of on Bruno Guimaraes and Vini Die, the best among the two no Bruno Guimaraes. So to stage na Brazil age no. And yet Bruno Guimaraes asem. You need someone with big hearts. Now on the foot. Now who Casemiro, who Marquinhos, who have all played penalties at the top stage. Marquinhos, and then Champions League penalty oboshe. Who Casemiro, who scores at the big stage. Sa stage no mudruno, and you be a own who be that. Guimaraes may be playing it and scoring up our training ground. So, but na sa stage na Brazil jina round of 16 match pressure of years in Yano, and you Bruno Guimaraes asem. Na a player with a big heart. And to one of the senior guys, Casemiro and Marquinhos, the captain led the team down. Say coach say Bruno Guimaraes na training ground so name and Rafinha Munua on the new month on the I think say the big guys led Brazil down. But good win for Norway. So to Haaland is showing say Bono on touch bebreu. There he touches no. He does the most important thing by scoring. And quite on first ball to team biano we share Norway biano. Be careful because they are more for no Patrick Bed no Bodo Glit wa wo hwe ne bia in the Champions League bia no nyama na Bodo Glit for air no their main guy in the middle was this guy. And with Sanderberg and Odegaard, they have a very strong midfield that can hit any team. And in attack, they have virtually in our generation the best goal scorer. Our team meanwhile, and also a Crawford in Erling Haaland. And so good results for Norway. Omo etimi akoma nima nyame ekonka ermo. Na game ba kwa e generate a lot of interest by England and Mexico match no. Before the game there was a lot of news around this game. Time on so whether no say nyenti e ball no another extra 1 hour. Say yentrance ni yentwen na time no so answer the game na started. So to sa Estado Banot onum na say Mexico City onum no. Before Nra anasa humachi and now matching. No Mexico lose a worker game order. They've never lost until someone asks na so ba host work up me no be on lose the day na on je work up no. In 1970 omo drew the quarter-final stage against Italy. Omo ambono ewo Estadio Banot. Omo ko ball no Estadio Nemesio Diaz. So that 4-1 defeat no na enye Estadio Banot. Then in 1986 when they lost the quarter-final to Germany on penalties no omo Estadio Universitario. Eti games at the Estadio Banot there that they've never lost a World Cup game there. And so too unse na ye ka say team na to hell epic here no a clear indication of the kind of football you want to go and play. And ampa especially time na Jera Kwanza J red card no omobi hu the Thomas here of nim say undefended. England defended for more than 30 minutes. It was solid defending. But for that to hell mentality of being say I'm defended there. He's one of the best coaches that say occasion or close game. No defend there. He only me but for him, maybe any coach would have lost that game to Mexico cause and one day na Mexico for no. How do attacking them no? Now omuni any answer to the bat than to defend. I'm just to football. Yan kind of crunch we say. England beko World Cup no. Okay, one of the most funniest argument that went on. Okay, pa. Okay. Say yeah, think it say between Bellingham and Morgan Rogers one and start the game. I'm say people really serious.
I didn't talk about
Jude Bellingham, Morgan Rogers. Yeah, on
during the qualifiers, no
qualifiers, no. We pray
at a point to buy
no, and to here. I say
because what's some they come and are people serious and I'm try address. Say it came to a point, no competition.
No, there's
just that he has that experience, Champions League and all that in the tournament. No, what fun easier. Will be compare and just
there's no competition. Yes. There's no competition between these two guys. Their level is far apart. The fact that Obi, you can have one good season. That one good season. No.
So tournament that say season here they call.
But season no and just say Bellingham no onyadi.
So I'm saying that
the only difference is that
we all know Mijidis a Bellingham there. I mean he's there. But I'm saying it came to a point the competition was feasible. It was normal.
No, it's normal because not Jude Pra. And Morgan Rogers taking chances. On your chance World Cup qualifiers. So he performed. And not a performer Aston Villa. But when Jude Bellingham is fit, now you can walk up. Now if you say Jude Nibel Morgan Rogers one and started. Okay, if you have to win first game, I'm not saying most of the analysis that on your TV so. And I said Rogers they started. But clearly, the two of them no. In terms of the difference there, and once again, Jude Mumua.
Only chance.
They say Mumua say where they are one season. This guy has done it consistently. The last World Cup, he was he was a main man in the middle.
Yes, Anna.
So,
and I would have a jury con somewhere. Maguamo. I said, be a compelled because
there be all the say, there be an
okay.
I
don't want to be just like no, it's good. Whatever experience and all that, he's seen it before. Because go to Brazil as I am.
Oh.
And I could use them, you say, Martinelli Monument for the baby. Here going. No, the old Onimba. What one if you may do grass and or bona? But not good hammond for the. I don't know about the same in a man one. I'm going to move you. To not come be for no.
Kuna. Enable as a two central.
I'm going to drop a bar.
Carlo would only born Mudu.
Oh, and I say it was lacking an in on my side.
It's true. That's how boy, Miss Adam, no cause a chance.
Look at chance, yeah, Hendrik Messi. Look at
Hendrik keeper. Brazil wants a chance to see you.
Bruno Guimaraes penalty or saying if those two things, these are fine margins that could easily change the direction of the game.
Another day they can beat Norway. Another day.
I'm not come 5 times. I'm not sure 3. I would go to Brazil of all countries. It's finding difficult to beat anyway.
Number 1, Brazil tournament here by Omobai. No crania back up. Omutimno na enye timwa e bebreza. The first two remains. Nenye timwa e bebreza.
No, doing that in every way. Passes. Doing every way. Bakuno train kind of name and excuse. Yes, I was no, so by no passes.
More Brazil team with a mom and a hey. Vinny had a wonderful tournament. That was the previous. The point
Brazil say, Kazakh Baba Kache say, Oman no know we compare Brazil at this serious. Sana ko Babaka. That's where they compare ma omne do kon. I compare, you know my show me. Ya compare but you my show.
Yambo Ellen Halana Basso. I'm the too. And in as much as we are going to talk about that Brazil team not living up to expectation too. And now goes no share no. Would be Jina Juan Cobes our born. And now he was the game changer in the more normal boy, and he was the game changer. Yes. And now his battle with Gabriel. Oh, no,
battle also come on. Oh yes.
Soya boy, or Pim say, this is presence in the box, a proper center for the human or Pim born to at him. Oh, here second go now. Strikers will not even think of shooting. Pablo to here, they were poor short. No. Allison and who she na born than it. This is
listen, and I have maybe a fight
to born and the short in a woman direction or untimio. What I say. So the credit and why he was the game changer. Norway played a collective solid football. At a point they had close to 65% possession with game. They were dominating the Brazilian team. But the fact is, Kasa dominating the Brazilian team, you needed someone to complete the whole piece. And that was a Juma Ellen Haaland here. He has proven. We're proven at the actually in our say number 1. We're proven the actually in our say he's a big player. Also, we told her time Haaland started here. For Albi Salzburger. Now coming in our say, how is he going to get to the top? Then in the midst of almost all other clubs he chasing after the Obey or Champions League. Mechanic game be against Liverpool and the rest. He decided to go to Dortmund. And I'm out for him the value of that Dortmund decision. Because that decision, was his gradual attempt to the top without enough pressure to hinder his development. May I sure send coming to make his straight move to Madrid. Or make his straight move to Abia Barca. And I send Koba Premier League, give you a pressure and man and come on a different kaka. But I got Germany kaka. And Germany, any Dortmund, you will get the Champions League Super Bowl. You will get top level football, and that will shape you for the big market. And he made another brilliant decision by leaving Dortmund to join Manchester City. At the time, another City team, Otuo-Acheampong in such a way, say, if it's about suppliers, City had enough to give any player. And the Royal Premier League will be taking the Premier League by storm. It's in the development now. And now to say Haaland Boba on throw any defender. He plays with that level of confidence. O should to free baby opebia. Uto or Bobo on free baby opebia. Or bully every defender. He goes to the field ready to bully any defender. And look at the Oyama Norway national team. Uto was just 7 goals for tournament way for Norway. And this is something nobody expected. Eddie Free Haaland. Any boy. Don't forget, say 7 goals in the crown. On my last game now to France boy. Coach decides on tranche you. On tranche no mon pombe bin tranquila. Alright, still go. Yeah, it's true. It is a matches in the concern and Bobby Brisa. But look at the kind of football Haaland. He was the star of the game and the game changer. Now with 7 goals with Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe. Norway is doing their own thing. But some better World Cup will be a different story. But to Abrante not true in the deep power when it comes to the history books and announcing himself to the world of football. I'm looking at how other clubs is it one Ekofano? How much will you pay? Because in the contract with Manchester City around 2029, 2030. It's coming out there Babefano. And that will be a different story altogether. It's a proper center for
Bayern Munich.
When Hurricane he fade out.
And at the moment they be
Barcelona. But do they have the financial means for this?
Apart from where them say City is okay.
Exactly. This is one of his biggest international football games.
Charles Ferguson time na ko be fa no.
Oh yes. One of his biggest international football games. Moto he control we na he go. This is not a chance. But look at the decision at that moment. Surprising the goalkeeper. And we to born in Marquinhos Monon and then Muana Bona Quacotat. Danilo Monon. Brazil, there is something that is happening. 2002, the World Cup winner is struggling after that. That was Brazil. Brazil and team make it final after 2002. And they come good. But they will fade out. Quarter near you on my film. Now, Baba and Semfofro. Look at the disgrace, Mutu. Omunya when they hosted the tournament and played against Germany. Fast forward, Mutu, Italy. Italy won the World Cup in 2006. But Mutu, after that, Italy at the World Cup qualification because 3 times running. Italy intimacy form. Then Baba Germany. Even Spain after winning the World Cup. And now go to the story of Germany. Germany so struggled to even win a knockout stage game after winning the World Cup. So I think the giants are fading out when it comes to the World Cup because Sabreka say Germany a free, Sabreka say Netherlands a free, Sabreka say Brazil a free. And that is not the story that normally you expect from these giants when it comes to the World Cup. And see, football no. I'm out for catch up, and that is the story of the day. Big game. Go to Portugal, Spain, but took also a challenge of what you. Mama for them to GBB, stick to it, and found it you'll be a becker. And one or the energy. What I say?
The time England for defense, I got how to defend all through. I mean, I'm a Jumapani.
Ghana man, the reality check. And we to the bishop in moving forward. Excellent job.
Like a red card or the way excuse
He has everything that he can deliver for the English. He can deliver for the English team. Portugal, a Spain game. 3 things that will shape the game. One, the midfield. Spain assistant Kaka, Fabian Ruiz score bench, and now you have Pedri, Rodri, Dani Olmo as their midfield 3. Portugal, Sonobebo, the usual João Neves, Vitinha, Bruno Fernandes, midfield 3. A lot of conversation around those players. Who is going to control the midfield? Because Pedri, Rodri, Dani Olmo, the Barcelona link plus the tiki-taka deep line playmaker job now. Abrante and Rodri, making them comfortable as a midfield 3. Now let's look at Portugal for Portugal about tournament. At the back one man for GDC asset. Midfield 3. Vitinha as a controller, Joao Neves as the one that will give them the energy, Bruno Fernandes with the killer passes at the final third. But so far they are yet to come to the party. And if there is any matter, as so much we are seeing as any hyper, it should be this game. They must control we are expecting Spain to dominate. But when it says Spain dominates here, they will be feeding into the plan of the Portuguese team. How is the plan of the Portuguese team? So Sergio Conceição Boha. Na unya Rafael Leao. Even if it's Abrante and Pedro Neto, these are players with pace that can easily catch the Spanish team on the break. So they should be ready to release the passes so that Portugal for the bit may use more pace at their Spanish Spain team. But to the next one that we'll be looking at, Lamine Yamal, another day for Lamine Yamal, Nuno Mendes. Mendes is yet to settle into this tournament. Yes, he had a goal against Uzbekistan, free kick on about 2-3. But away from that, ball no boss a left back na me to fa baby obi agene din ye hu sa adwuma ye. Ene on Lamine Yamal. And anytime Lamine Yamal we are looking at a left back that can neutralize him and prevent him from doing the damage. And also be one key battle. Who is going to win on that left side now? Is it going to be the Spanish team, Lamine Yamal, and I say the Portuguese team with Nuno Mendes winning and joining Rafael Leao in attack to do the damage? But when you are checking my Cucurella, that's the final one. Tournament who has Spain team now. Nipa Bakwa Waye Juma Pa Amanfo Mbonidin is the newly signed left back for Real Madrid in Marco Correa. Defensively and offensive wise, he gives the Spanish team a different dimension. Can assist not the amount. Can energy or the joining attack. And even when he's not assistant, he contributes a lot to their build-up. And that is one angle I bet pay as to who on also no so Konorakusia one Cancelo. Jomumi Tenten on Cancelo betimi abananima ba be din kunima kire say he is the best right back in the world and I say it's just hype or couple to go to me who so anama kukure aso ba be seje forward aba be here adwuma me too. I won't talk so much about Ronaldo because without supply Ronaldo is not going to contribute. Inti ebe hese ne nyoma beko e wo match him so too.
Ala no mo supply no pa.
Of course. Na say cross here by supply.
Yeah.
I mean,
ebe bia no ogina no. Okay, Jibo. Yeah, nkoi. But you are the minimum some confirm on ya na monim say Mourinho say obese Real Madrid players in free World Cup.
No, he interview. I don't know much about preseason. I don't say he wish his players come home early so that we can preseason. But now, all cannot they say. Now I say,
he wants all Real Madrid players to be eliminated from the World Cup.
On a lighter note.
So they can go on holiday and return for preseason.
Yeah.
As soon as possible.
Yeah.
Somewhere last week.
No. Oh no,
okay. Odiagro. You want to say Odiagro?
I've been a World Cup no. I've been Obi enjoy World Cup ne pa o. Obi enjoy World Cup ne pa o.
Ghana for Ghana.
Oh yes, na say Ghana Obi or support to Blaster bia or another country support to. Oh they won't support to any other country kra. Say boy na wo hwe no. Wa wogi to me say Omoma free round 32, equal round 16, and Omoma qualified to quarter final. No. So almost standard no was reaching. And I'm a boy. And where the kind of performance we putting up and then the quality of play our players need putting up now. Remember that I doubt say Obibeka say or enjoy World Cup. You show Morocco ne Canada. And they baby it. Me sure say so be selected the favorites to win the World Cup, will be taking Morocco out. And no prove one thing they say, born no more ball at the 2026 World Cup. No, they are better than the unborn at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Even though they had a lot of experienced players, they have a creative force in Obi to say Hakim Ziyech. But who share this Morocco team now too? A lot of maturity. The last World Cup, no more actually, no more hit opponents on the break. But they, or might develop a style, or what to me ball against any other country and found how a person will approach you game. It's even their meeting against France. It's like a final World Cup game. and yet you ultimately conclude say France be Morocco. Ultimately conclude say we dey bow we dey France kwashe.
But my favorite.
But teams never teams so share France or World Cup with Morocco come. Enti baby a do say no yoto afa na manfo kire mo bre. What kai say ye be World Cup no. Me no di Norway hu nkomo bi. E kan Norway asem kire o. So mo team ni very balanced. Na mayen right to mo off. Me kai say Norway ni Italy ball mu game a mo share Italy for no. Then me kai say that conclusion so Italy for some no. The Norway team that I'm watching World Cup na man for we. Amount for me. Yes, me tia say me so Brazil squad here by World Cup. Say offered by individual players. Many fear me who Brazil pa. I'm saying this is the worst squad that Brazil they about a tournament. Yes. This is the worst squad that Brazil they about tournament.
How much Germany show mo is 7 as 8.
Debut also the Germany show mo was in the semi-final. And quarter-final. And they were not lucky because their star man Neymar. Sa Neymar injury no. Have Brazil team no. But that team is to players and the women any bini we mo. Brazil pa ba tournament. I say when you may be familiar with Brazil, especially when they come to tournament. Loto Brazil ba 58.
Man catch him say oh we money as someone say Brazil for. Enjoy
Brazil ba o de me ma area bia. Be ma boda. Obomu say Brazil is specialist when it comes to those areas. Brazil ba 58-62 World Cup. Or Jama Santos, Nelson Santos at their fullbacks. Brazil got tournament times two. Brazil fullbacks there. And you difficult say also combining the two positions. Obi number 2, obi number 3. So we come back. Also be fullbacks on the Brazil national team. Brazil ba Amoji 70. Carlos Alberto Torres, who was their captain. Ebo right back. Everaldo ball left back. People talk about their front four. Rivelino, Tostao, Jazino, Pele. But who share Juma? Carlos Torres mo, Carlos Alberto Torres mo yeah at the 70 World Cup. So today nye Juma ketwa. And then Blanco at the 86 1994 World Cup. A Chile Cafu by Jorginho at the 1994 World Cup. A Chile na Cafu and Roberto Carlos take over. Even recently, Crassi and Machelo. A two replace Yamabo Mudinina, Bema Boada, Daniel Alves, Douglas Macon. Na Brazil ba tournament pa now we play Yamabo their Brazil right backs Danilo ne Douglas Santos. Ada Carlo Ancelotti name ni tin am say. Yabo World Cup am so a different from club football. Yes, you can talk about players' experience. But as we profile teams na ye possible so be show mo World Cup ni nyina type of players or modeba, then you also select 2 players to match them. Bruno Guimaraes, Casemiro. What I'm going to say, Brazil best option at that particular moment is Julitin. Bruno Guimaraes and Casemiro. Omuni legs to run. And Omuni the strength to bully players again, especially Casemiro. It's no more here a physical presence in their method, and that player is Jolitin. Yes, one for Jolitin. But here beko World Cup now, and a bemu border Brazil injury problem. And Okofa Edison from Atlanta. Edison is like Jolitin, a proper box-to-box midfielder. But Carlo Ancelotti decided say, Obebo a stable midfield. Their duty is to only control and also protect the back four. But Omuni drive to support Omo attacking. It's any time Bia will be under Brazil, Bobiano, one area de Brazil, to your moment phone. No way say they have their problem because also Omo coach is no. Solot, a typical number 9. On to me, any Haaland, because Haaland is their star man. Say Obonusa, no boss Kaboba. No bo Haaland, Ekanwa, Zutu. Would if a defense be a was as is better mentor. But sometimes on your board, all the timer, Oscar Bob bag game. She said no see the Brazil for need agro. Odo mu di agro sa. No say anya the game. Then again, Bema Boada. This is Brazil. A country that produce great number 9s. She said Brazil be born the first game ever World Cup. Now Brazil lining up in the first 11er. Carlo Ancelotti person catch say even in their worst moment, Brazil best number 9 at Thiago. How? It's Brazil a country when it comes to talent, it's difficult to find another country who produce talent is Brazil. I said getting top class players to even compete at the highest level. And no more few. After winning the World Cup in 2002, 2006, now France you are quarter final. 2010, now Holland you are quarter final. 2014, near you are quarter final. 2018, Zoto, now Croatia show mo. 2022, 2018 year Belgium, and a 2022 year Croatia. It's Brazil after winning the World Cup in 2022. Zoto, almost team was semi-final. This is not Brazil. When it comes to tactics of the game, say by my boy, I see coach at Nase and mini BB. Out when I will show coach, I go hit him now. Utika say, where dear a coach in this annual Jumano. I will not put Ancelotti in that discussion. Ancelotti then say, why Sambo stars heat to a dressing room. You need a manager to manage their egos. And I know the Oba obey Jumama. But yet teams need be Ancelotti bet me there be in Brazil national team. No? Because it do some point in episode 2. You need to map a strategy. Only a lot of quality players. And when a coach he bet send Bobre. Say my ye BB. And not even look at his changes. Time of the year changes. And the Brazil for this one for Edgeman too. Yeah, started World Cup class no more extending the contract too. Nti Brazil story too never see. But no way much they say so no. It's another generation. Because this generation is better than 98 there no. Who the only you cry say what you turn the floor. Paneto to Haaland. Haaland oh nyasa na be kan bo bebre o. Ono oni baby a goal post ni si. What the second goal no. The moment who say space wo no. Hwe baby odi bo ni wura throughout the whole game, every other can Haaland touches in the whole game, grade 30. But no, he was the star man. Okay. Our day a year, Norway are qualifying. Into a meeting, no. We to tournament in a course now. A do point be a question coaches decision. Your man be so better coaches na say. And I'm so near that Jeff Mexico in England game.
It's like for Accra. Or say, yeah, Kai say only the Haaland my United 4 million, and they didn't even mind him. Exactly. Maybe that one hour. And then of course. Oh, okay. But
a small boy at
Mountain. So, 7 goals at the World Cup. Okay. 7 goals. Mountain. I got to Messi. Kylian Mbappe.
No question. We end the program here.
Yeah, boy, Haaland about Sunday.
When you maybe I you say England and Mexico game, no World Cup games are the best game so far. The best game so far the World Cup. My share. Oh yes. Who's that? A mobile tournament we know. No, mind the crane ni Arishemu. Almost this is their weakest squad of my presented to any tournament. Wow. But after their first game against South Africa, a confaso gather momentum. Ebo Czech, Ebo Korea, a top group. And she gave them to Gabon soon. England were even like someone pick for Dunyani day to save them with situations be. About back to England coach decision will take here when it comes to the selection. And even 26 players not done by between the selection. My mema one example. May I show us half what I say reason why Barcelona for Anthony Gordon. The energy level to hardly na be who a winger throughout the game who a single moment abaka say we do ogina ho pressing, defending, taking on players. Hwe call for so konya penalty in England. Eti oye winger onye lazy. Coaches omo pe wingers am so to omo be ye adwuma no. Any coach on a good day will choose him ahead of Rashford. Not only about talent, by the work ethics. Then we show how England set up on team now. No one him say Mexico for no what the support behind them because a both game no home. Or pin up game now a big problem with them England. So there na SMA, Mami City deep. Mami Nyusu me wingers no in Bukayo Saka and Anthony Gordon to stretch the Mexican defense and create space for Hurricane and Jude Bellingham. Once the Biame Kase, Zoto Ubetia bo Bellingham at number 10. But the Obe offer no, Ebia entise the Ebia Bruno Fernandes be offer. At that same position, to say be and they are Bema Boda Team City deeper. As a Portugal Bresson be create chances no. Sa position now the Bruno Fernandes jina ho no. Famezu toza na Kevin De Bruyne jina ho. Because the act of creating chances. Omo de ne wo soro. Bellingham is a number 10 or offer goals. Eti utimi a position ye and now hu no. E wa the right positions so choose na obese go amount. Bellingham nti say Kopama. Yes, Kopama the goals are kind of game no. But Kopama a creative number 10. It's England creativity no miso to a from wings. Teams somebody decided some be on the low block no. When you let him say England will struggle. But what be open up there? Who problem when you are playing against England? It's say England next game Norway. I want to know we on. Edruwa ye be kan ho asem na ya hwe miso to do betimi a qualify. Kakra bi on the games no. Portugal and Spain. Big game. The two Liberian countries, the two game in bed. Oh, game in bed. So more rivalry that out. A more rivalry that out. It is a Ghana ni Cote d'Ivoire. And found one baby a share. Ghana ni Cote d'Ivoire, Mr. Baby a share be because of once a share border. Sana Portugal, as soon as Spain, aye. Peninsula in the Tromontem, since you know. We no free wa Portugal ni Spain ni. Yan fan ko Nations League no. Final no mo boy no. On say Portugal for the match Spain pa. But there was one particular figure mixing in that game. Which Spain has struggled to find replacement anytime be a winning home. So play and any Rodri. Say about midfield cohesion. Spain midfield is the best at this tournament. How they rotate, how I'm to because of their cohesion, and bringing out the best in individual players no more. No. About game control, say Spain or Rodri, or Pedri, or either Danny Olmo, Fabian, or my bien who was as to be a match Spain in the midfield. Because coach now selected different profiles to suit in the star no person bono. It's the end of Krametes or say, the midfield is not select Tom Domba World Cup no. On to mean choose 2010, Mayfield not ahead of them. If you say they are at par, this is Spain, okay. Then the next option is say, all the European Championship, no. Bema boy, I know Alvaro Morata as the lead man. I dare ba ko has Spain man pa and say, omun timi produce classic number 9 sent to us. The woman na Raul bi abetwam na David Villa bi na Fernando Torres bi Spain no man omu produce classic number 9 to us. When you watch the Spanish team, at the back home the opponent and say they will find a way to control the game. Or more control game no, so you be chasing them. The moment I be chase you, no, they will have space to punish you. Portugal on the other side, one thing is say Portugal will not set up their team like Bema Boda said the DR Congo, and I say Cape Verde, and I Uruguay, any Spain boys will set up a team. Portugal will not defend. They will also find a way to attack Spain. But say team simi no teach na pound for pound seems to be attacking young one. Spain will upper hand over Portugal. Spain will upper hand over Portugal. And one thing they say, in their meetings, 12 games are mizoto omabo. in major competitions. Portugal winning only one pair, and that was 2004 when Portugal was to European Championship. No, out of the 12 games, no, Portugal winning only one. It's Portugal crown. Only good record against Spain when it comes to major tournament. Then it will come to the star player. The player no baby influence game no. Whether I say wash and I say we create. And no, and a bema boda offer any game na ye kwakobona. Spain for war in Lamine Yamal. But Portugal stars no domba tournament no. Obi ntimi hwe at this World Cup. Enti ye benya a nice game. Game be say they won here coach on the bachelor the obey you because a rivalry. And then ye game a bema boda obi win obi she goals bebre. Nti over teams ni me no strength how much showcase at this World Cup. On say Spain so consider go be at this World Cup. Among consider go be. Em say more teams no qualify to this round Spain kwa nem consider go. I say no ma consider. I no ma consider. Nti we do to ebe an exciting game. Say US on the Belgium bebo. And na Balogum na Donald Trump the pressure come FIFA no. So down mojo. And you see ya clear no. I'll be saying about Belgium for the draft. On the dynamic catch or say. We are seeing our press. I dynamic catch or say. So I World Cup here able to the history around this World Cup. Remember about that. If you were Argentina. Yes. The last time at Brazil, the last time at Brazil, a ball game, and your penalty shootout. But in the game, Omunya penalty almost say no was 86. Argentina and Nigeria. My memo another example.
Sane manane decapitated.
My memo another example.
The little boy from the
who's a Brazil J? Brazil J 1958 World Cup. Who's a Brazil J 1950? Brazil J 1958 World Cup. And number G 62. Okay. 62 semi-final. Garincha nya record. Tino more final nibi. And na FIFA. Emma Garincha ebe the final game. Omo go do record no.
Any man is see.
Talk to the maintenance. To say Balogum Day.
Second plan,
Balogum Day. It's above 58 ni we no. Brazil na 58 too. And you be 62. Brazil said defend the cup no. Okay. Since then yenya country bia waji World Cup na say defend it. Okay. And was the only time I to see a mobile record after Garincha there no. Na FIFA within the tournament. O maka say match no boy no nya record na yashegu. Sabebo na.
Enu so be see.
Enu na see 62 no. Brazil get to us. To the ora say the see ko no.
The captain.
Question just second box. Analyst pa. I trust in the pa. Teams na World Cup here mo quarter finals here.
What can you make see that
as an analyst? Captain team are they better team World Cup.
We don't know see am obi
that. 2002 no. Saudi Arabia, Argentina 2-1 for Argentina Belgium Zombe.
Captain.
Yes, we do too. I mean, I enjoy games no. So they koso but then me papa. Amma ka me bra bia so maka me so too. They be do no birthday bia na raho on celebrate. Because no who say gradual no head to the grave. When sama nipa kan fa Casemiro ho aha me emia. But remember say Casemiro the last game omo about to so she go.
No je go no akwa say ba ko twa ni mo na ngego.
On Japan.
On the go she go. But the Casemiro is going legs.
Oh, expression.
That's expression so to we to akokontokwa.
I don't want to need legs to run.
Oh, you kuntokwa ho.
E chese wanyini ka train.
Aso me say Zakito ye Sahel na say Casemiro yire obepe Zakito number afi no.
So need legs to run.
That's my work no.
Okay.
O ha gine. Da re hum so to. Me support to Brazil da. Even though me jitu so we super when it comes to the world football. But me support them da. Anytime bia no say quarter me no mu free one. That's why tournament no play me depa. So to I remember that me no kasa somewhere last week when Brazil Norway and I told you said Norway for no. Omo that fancy football no e ma onye but level bia no be ko bia no they are there. And so to omo show ye. Before the game na because I mean Norway no how a bit my match up the Brazilian team so say even record Zaki if you no way for separate the about 4 games or match 2 about draw. I'm saying so I'm interested in my game no game so that was what I saw. So to kudos to the Norwegians for winning the game.
That's it. Babo
English. I don't know.
So Obaluka.
Me ko hana me ko look. Ana on kan na.
So kana ya Oba. Ana was around.
Mama ko na ka tell mama ko.
So ko here for
oh excuse me audi.
Babo ye na.
Oh excuse me audi. Semte hana no.
There be o we are no aba nti me hu de nti a. O pontificate.
Oh, me pontificate but now I just want to stress.
The goal we considered was a blunder. Not Atizigi's fault. The ball he catch, let's learn to appreciate people. Stone Boy replied Shatawale after Shatta said upon seeing the lineup and Asare was not in, he knew we were going to lose. Tama, we Subon's also version view on goalkeeping now. Abaye discussing. The people of the people at the FA asked for 70-30 share for the appearance fee, but he asked for 50-50. FC Montreal striker Prince Owusu sister alleges. Carlos Cruz Carlos Cruz subtly resigned from his job as the Black Stars coach, but FA General Secretary says he's still at post. Results. You will not get good results when you keep changing your players. Honorable Neil and Van der Poel. And Tama, like I said earlier on, Kevin Plisboite say this Black Stars team were spiritless. So they play like they don't have a spirit.
Change teams, doesn't it?
Or say change team no basa. And then there was a squad or lineup.
No one bears to
but channel was a idea channel as a match after match biano. Yes, squad in your lineup necessary.
No, we for quite third match, no. Player back open the ball. So many.
Also, yes, I wouldn't find any matches.
No way.
In his view.
Now, as I say,
I was
changing the team like that.
You bench, you know. Team number born on the bono. Na assess as a you technical team at bench bono.
That's it. That's it. Got to worry, we are
Prince Owusu and another national team. To be honest, if you come out with such statement, who kill you on carry out the national team? Because I was happy now. Who cast a story now? Is it true? Also, Ghana, we are as a you're interested in your tournament. Your baby, your passing be cana. You don't be a discussion. Ya nko ade esi ye no na hwe na ye ntumi emfa so na ye bibi papa amfa ma team no
babo no abo bi da
bi omobi
so to ni no omobi isi
qualified your man
ti say Marvin Senior say omobi ba ye ko frɛ no
so na nationality
some Montreal Canada
but ye ko frɛ no so omobi man
so Canada you almost started on your national team
the who can on bobo Canada
obo Montreal FC or US
Montreal Canada.
Okay.
But Canadian League.
Umbo League no.
Okay, US. You Canadian coach.
Okay.
On your leading striker. On the captain of the team.
Oh, okay.
He's been scoring assists and service.
And the two is an for saying here.
So
you come out.
And the other follow up. Follow up.
Young man,
sister, me I must never for a
FA president, all statement, nothing more kind, and he said, Ghana football, no, the future is bright. They told me, how many times I mean, it's from the leaders of the FA. You be called tournament, but the future is bright. But you better call the next. Now you complaining. As Sema, you see this time, no, you could complain. So this time around, no, won't take the bull by the horn. Now Sema, because the future is bright. No, or remember the right things. Now I'm finding football.
All right.
Because you call World Cup, no, your national team wasn't the best of national teams, and you call World Cup. But the minister, but you say, all kinds of us work as a
Me ba me kasa o.
Because that's one we show on go crowd next time I work.
Me ba so let's me kasa me kasa me eti o.
And come to my kai one can be that.
Debi.
And now
me say me na nyaadwo.
And I was in a question form. And I was kasa me eti.
Questions akwa.
Ah okay.
Me say okase na any bencher. England game ni nka ho. For Ghana for be boy coach na baso for how he held England. Nti me nka me kasa anche onawo. Nti me ti wa.
And me do to na.
Okay.
About the coach statement about the ambiguous. Clearly,
by general secretary also.
That's why I'm because ambiguous because so we just was what resign and difficult. So I think the general secretary.
Zach.
I'm so come say me know why we do this ourselves and sometimes our boys never. Bon, my man, your last game there boy, you know. The goal that we considered no. So to me know why I say you make some people look more Ghanaian than the others, and you try to create unnecessary tension and confusion around our team and our boys. One of the idea matipana atitigi onim the defense organizer and a go here sheni etim pacho baby ani pa ba she go no efiri ba ya keep a na beti hunu say aka kire defender say akwa we banti nation no ba be she go no as we make unnecessary accusations, blame games, and just because if we probably some happen as fine
but the center backs should have been there.
I mean, say depend on what you go. Keep a man about who.
So about the cross, you know, where were our 4 and 5? I think that's the questions people ask.
But and keeper, me untimasi. At this stage, and yet nipa those on site no. And you won't be able to go no. Means what mean I say? Nipa no shall go no. Or you'll be at this stage there's no keeper in the world who will see him.
And I'm the positioning of the defender.
Positioning there was no problem here because now Jerome was going to cover Gideon. Lucasen is coming, and Ali doing so. Ali do need Diaz no we acquire any macaroni. So what I say, it's Diaz no free chair, you know. At least the keeper no or bad Arias. So this enemy I say you it's about to go now. Brazil for share, no. I listen. I organize even see.
Or make my Kasanko mono Brazil.
No, you see, we football na should come as you know. We should football we are see baby ya.
Senior player man.
Aye, class our problems. Any about goalkeeping. Born and you know because me need not give me a service.
Me that say that. You come and kakra bi na fe
yen way na like ni we huna unnecessary yin kwa.
No, I'm the time, but it's a due period that they say in Nigeria whether we support the current administration and as on support the current administration. Say a football me here revolution. But I think of once more Kasa and the Ghana for more Kasa F, you know, a binding Kohona, Yungu F, you know, na F, you know, a private company, not the internet will be international Kasa. Private companies are multi Ghana home bokano. The woman sorry kwa ban was a buy more musical. I the more free. If in our crack actually say even a local born no more organizing, no here buying more. You best start last season league. Now buy my club will be a 1 million Ghana cedis. Because other private companies here they say can more pay. Pay. So to them can say. But stage na ye do no fa ne se fa udo obi uprobi asem to nchen enyo ma ye koso ye football no zutu enye. It's so sad say after changing the format of the World Cup FA president Beka Chire say na Ghana for kura ni na did so Blasters team to reaching the round of 32 no ya there. We only had the round of 32 because of format necessary no ya ko World Cup to the only country ayetimi share na ye Panama and no crown pound for pound. So they were better than us. Pound for pound, they were better than us. Yes, and celebrating we.
Right.
You been your time now.
Ghana and the African never basu.
But it the same story. Kata minister sa akwa budget ni akwaji abansika ni akoni akobi ehoni masiyaba oma ye hu omo no Morocco no so too at a point na say Morocco mo sacrifice bibi ansa no madu baby omo.
Okay.
So you tell us what they sacrifice.
Abani ene omo asem. On ye to abama no. On approve budget. Ka bind the banner say approve will be any shake. The sports.
Is Abani there?
Abani no wasem. Sports minister ne wasem. If it turns out that the money was not spent for no wasem. Because
for now the unya
no so on the so on say one who approve you. So on say the approval comes from the government. So a lot of questions, you know. I see the call Abani honey who say baby sir. But last one, me so who Baba pitch no videos now.
Never Baba.
Baba.
Who's America? Who's the sponsor authority for America?
One some the statement baby no mamba.
Oh, you nana money wa de mo regional boss.
And what's baba? And what's omamba?
Obi for now obi abeba. Ma wo no nipa bebre ba. Ghana for no kwa no amsia bebre o mamba kama my fine fresh bro. Assembly say.
Nyoma na NSC for ne dey park ne dey. Yenko ye no.
I na the video na ba na
discuss your bonds on.
Senior.
Director. We dey men say momre. Me am boss bonds o ha. We dey na daroma.
And we dey na buy.
Papa no janche no me boss Bogalo trees. Ne yire we sina happy birthday.
Oh okay.
Ne
Papa o
Bogalo trees so what the shmai.
Okay. What to call near take over? Why?
Papa no
na yire na wish no. And yes we wish no.
Bogalo trees na me thought say said no. Obo no at the shmai area what you mu a obiari no. Obo ko ne office direct. Because what do odipo? Oni papa. Oni di no ambiadi.
Oni di no ambiadi. Okay.
Eddie, I blaster ne die. Ye minister no na monka bibi nkyere nse. Onye ni minister dwuma. Na onye GFP PRO se na ye aboye ma wo mo no. Tete ye bebe, bu de mbati nsem. GFP ni bia me kasa wo na ebe gi nsem ni nyina aka. Na carrot to be me atensem nti yeso ye twen.
Okay na ze ko coach na ko tisen bi aba
ya ye no waduma nyina wie.
Okay
ya woni mensu eni amomu be diama kotoko afi we die Ghana ha mi huru bida wo ye prayer na kotoko be catch o se be boma kotoko na wo refuse no ano wo ye yemu memo odi abeto an we ye nti ye bi because mensu be picky boys na yom ye am obi obeboko to bia abeko Europe u jaga na bo straight to Europe
jibo apia se ma we aha no na go fi adan bra na obekasa e ma GF o mo be fire no face apapon ai mama ba no. Okay so they just to go free one na go Europe.
Ready milk tea, coffee, any chocolate flavors, and a pebble breakfast. Nika ebeye kama. Na ye the cocoa extract, any coffee extra near the milk akanwam. Ema uti kano eye kama anopebia. Kumase any kind. Ye agent to ha omuton ready milk tea ni bi friend numbers ni bi screen asia ubenya bi na wato Pepsodent. Ama sikwinkwie aye kama World Cup bre also boss no ban said the be benya hoden na wanum nka no eno so aye hwam Pepsodent say fa osikwinkwie no World Cup Bosomtwe Community Bank PLC ema loans now they akwa kodi ujuma wa bra ba be account awodo ewo yen ye ho contract na head office no other branches Ghana ya to e de apete 0322098076 ene Bosomtwe Community Bank PLC Enin komo Amin Scientific Hospital stroke awon some chronic disease or infection oba ye tuni nyina ase e de amount Kumasi atwema